I'm Jiggy Patel, Head of Customer Experience here at Gold Vision, and I'll just be walking you through the life cycle and how to use lead management. The agenda for the webinar will be lead capture, capturing different sources of leads, reviewing those leads, but how to then nurture those leads using the power of email marketing with Gold Vision, and then managing the reporting for those leads using Gold Vision as well. And just to take you through the life cycle of lead capture through Gold Vision. So straight into the Gold Vision system. And the first screen that I've got here is just a dashboard which shows me the leads that are currently in the system so far. And leads can be captured from any particular source or area. Lead management within Gold Vision offers a separate database to your customer prospect data that you may be capturing, where you may hold account data, contact data, and you've got live customers and prospects that you're actually dealing with. Here we have a number of different lead lists, and these lead lists may come from various list types which you have defined. I've got here a couple of lead list types that are either exhibitions or websites, but you may have a social list type. You may have manual leads that you capture, for instance. So to create a new list, for instance, is very simple. And it may be that you're about to do a new exhibition, or you've got a new contact us page on the website where you want to capture that information and integrate Gold Vision. By creating a new list, you simply provide a name, and you may want to use a lead capture form that you've previously used at a different exhibition and use the same fields, for instance. And I'll come on to the importance of that in a moment. So I could clone a view of fields that I have previously used by simply creating that list type. When I attend that exhibition, I can now start to add leads to that list. So here I've got a list that I've created for a previous exhibition where I have now captured some leads. To add additional leads, I may have at this exhibition a number of iPads with me on iPad stands where I'm asking recipients that I talk to simply enter their details. And I may have in advance thought about specific fields that I want to capture based on the type of exhibition that I'm at, or based on fields that will help me qualify this lead when I get back to the office. Now, the number of fields that can be added to this screen is unlimited, but you may want to put some specific fields that allow you to very quickly understand whether this is qualified in or qualified out, but also allow you to prioritize the leads if you have a large number of them. So I've simply added a grade to this screen, 1 being the highest, 3 being the lowest, for instance. But of course, you can add any fields that you need to. As soon as those leads are captured in Gold Vision, they're entered into a list so that I can view all of that detail and understand, one, what is the grading, what's the sort order, but I can also very quickly see, is this a duplicate that's been added? And that information will be made available to me once this lead has been entered. So as soon as I enter the lead and save that lead, Gold Vision will tell me if a duplicate record exists, whether that's in the same list that I'm currently working on, whether that's in a different list that I'm capturing in lead management, or whether that's actually in my accounts and contacts area in Gold Vision itself. So of course I can view those duplicates and understand why. So in this instance, I've got an email address which already exists in Gold Vision, which is why this is flagged as a duplicate. But you can see from this screen here that I can quickly see, well, what is a duplicate? How has my grading been captured? And then obviously sort the data based on that. But I may, whilst I'm at the exhibition, promote records. And when I say promote, they are significantly important for us that I'd like to actively start working with them as a live prospect in my real Gold Vision database. When it comes to working with this list while I'm at this exhibition, for instance, I may decide to just pin this to a menu, which you'll see on the left-hand side. So this allows me to very quickly navigate to add additional leads or just view the leads that I've actually captured. When it comes to working on these leads, as an individual, I can open a lead and Gold Vision tells me straight away this one's owned by a different user, so I could flag through, or I could choose to just look at my particular leads rather than all leads, for instance. And from my screen here, if I look at all of these leads and just choose to view my leads, for instance, here I can now start to work with these specific leads. And working with leads is simple. It's a one-click scroll down screen. As I email this individual or add notes to this screen, they will appear at the bottom of this screen, and it's simply one click to send an email, click to call. If I want to assign it to a different user because they may be better assigned, I can do. But if I have picked up fields at this exhibition that allow me to quickly qualify this, I may simply want to discard it. Click to set a call back, because once I get back, this individual would like a call, maybe at a particular time on a particular day. And then I've got a one-click status on the right-hand side as well. And you may want to configure this status so that it matches the way that you work as a business. But more importantly, you may include in the status what the next action should be. So if it's a call 1, call 2, or call 3, you may want to set that the next action is set a callback, or that the next action is to promote this record, or maybe discard it if the status is that it should actually be qualified out, for instance. And then if this is a record that I'd like to start working with as a live prospect in Gold Vision, or I already am working with them, I may want to click to promote it and create a new record, or even merge it with an existing record that's in Gold Vision. An important factor here is when I promote a record, all of the data that I've captured in lead management, whether it's notes, whether it's emails, whether it's individual fields, that data is automatically captured against the account record so that none of that information needs to be rekeyed. When I'm working on these leads, and in fact prior to working on these leads, if I'm looking at all individual records, for instance, one thing that I may want to do is decide on how these leads are going to be assigned when I get back to the office. Gold Vision offers a comprehensive ability to assign leads either to an individual user or to a team, and also individuals within that team. So here I might pick a particular team and certain individuals, and it may only be a subset of those records, or all of those records, or maybe a percentage of those records. And assigning is something that you may not just do at the beginning of working with a lead list, but maybe partway through, where you need to refresh the people that are working on these leads, or maybe swap them around because there's a different product that you may be talking to them about, for instance. So once those leads are assigned, obviously your team can work through those leads and discard, promote, and actively work with them in Gold Vision as they need to. The other thing that you may want to do following that exhibition, or at that exhibition, or even prior to it, is create a Gold Vision campaign. So with this lead list, I can very quickly add it to a campaign, and using Gold Vision's email marketing, Gold Vision Connect, I might set the type of campaign and start to add these recipients to it. Now, here from my menu is one that I created earlier. And all I've done is simply created a campaign to all the recipients within that lead list so that they receive an email either during that exhibition, or it could be run after the exhibition. Now, with Gold Vision's marketing automation, you may set up this campaign so that it can run automated and maybe once an hour once I'm at that exhibition, and use a particular template to send emails to the recipients that I spoke to once every hour so that they have your contact details straight away. Alternatively, you might create an email template prior to that event, and once you run that campaign, you simply are sending that campaign at the end of the day or during that event to thank the individuals for visiting you and to provide them some further information that may be useful to them. As soon as Gold Vision campaign emails are sent, Gold Vision Connect is tightly integrated with Gold Vision, so here I can straight away start to see click-through data. Did the recipients that I sent emails to open that email, click a link in that email, maybe unsubscribe from that email? Did they offer any kind of response to that email that I've actually sent? And I may have created a follow-up stage which includes a rule against it that simply says, if the recipient clicked any link on the email that I sent, add them to the second stage that I've created. So here I can start to track and nurture those individuals that I've captured. And whether it's an automated campaign or a manual campaign that I run, I may have a nurture series that I want to take these recipients onto, or I want to track actions that are actually working with us on through the journey that I'm actually working with them. Now, you'll see from this particular campaign, from the recipients that I've been working with, some of them were promoted into Gold Vision, and in fact, 3 of them became opportunities with a value that were at a particular stage, or that we actually closed and generated that business. This campaign linked to the lead list enables me to see what was the conversion of capturing the leads that we had in the first instance. Did we win any business? What business is still open? Have we lost any of that business? But also, did we generate any appointments that can allow us to nurture these further and start to work with these? So this information allows me to track that lead through its life cycle and how it's worked within Gold Vision. Now, not only is that reporting available now that I'm engaging with these individuals, but if I come back to the initial dashboard that we looked at, whether it's leads that I've captured for a specific source and the status that they're currently at, or all lead lists, I can create reports or dashboards in Gold Vision that show me the information that I'd like to see. So at the bottom, I can simply see opportunity conversion. Now, if I wanted to create an additional report, it's simple with Gold Vision. If I look at, for instance, all leads, I may be interested in all leads, not just those that haven't been promoted. And what I'd like to do is maybe create a new list or new report. So from the view, I'd like to generate a report. I have the option of either creating a new widget, as you can see below, or creating a more linear report where I can view the report in a line, but also export that data to Excel so that I can use it elsewhere if I needed to. At this stage, I'm going to create the new widget. I'm going to go for a pie chart because I'm quite interested in the leads that are assigned by user, so I can see how many records each of the users that I've assigned has. So I'm going to simply call this leads by user, save my widget, and it's now visible to me at the bottom of the screen. With Gold Vision, if I want to now add this to my management dashboard, which I showed earlier, I can simply pin this. And I'm going to call it leads by user and add this to my lead management dashboard and pin it so that when I now go to my dashboard, there it is at the bottom of my screen. And because each of these dashboards are dynamic, when I click on the data in a chart, it opens those records in front of me. And of course, if I go back to the dashboard, it takes me back to the high level data. And of course, this data, this dashboard can now be shared with other team members or the business so they can see exactly what's going on. And that concludes the webinar for how to succeed with lead management today. That's taken you through the journey of using leads, lead management, nurturing those through maybe a campaign, but also viewing dashboard reporting and visibility of what's happening with those leads across the business. Thank you for attending the webinar today. Please do visit our YouTube channel for other webinars and videos that we've captured. Thank you.